In today's video, Jeskai token weaving. We will be playing with a blue, red, and white mid-range token-based deck that will reset the board of all non-tokens, allowing us to hit for a massive amount of mid-game damage. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you all so much for taking the time to support myself and the channel. Truly appreciated. Breaking down our deck list, of course, for you today in depth, discussing these strategies as well as synergies, providing you with a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively. Furthermore, demonstrating within our Mythic Ranked gameplay footage against the best decks as well as players to cement these playlines in your brains, right? Making things very much commonplace so you get the most out of the deck. At which point we're going to conclude with our channel news, deck review, and wrap up thoughts. If you want to help out, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel for future videos, Avi, and of course the community Discord is open if you ever want some advice on your own deck. Links for everything in the description below. Kick back, relax, and let's break down Jeskai blue, red, and white token weaving. This deck is a standard best of one build with 24 land, supporting a 2.9 average mana value, 7 creatures, and 29 non-creatures. Don't worry, aggro fans, we will be attacking as many of our non-creature cards will produce creatures in the token form. We will be utilizing the new Season of the Weaving as our core card within the build. 6 mana at sorcery speed, choosing up to 5 paw counters worth of modes, and you may choose the same mode more than once. 1 paw, draw a card. 2 paws, choose an artifact or creature you control, create a token, that's a copy of it. Beautiful. Or 3, return each non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. And this is going to act as a one-sided field wipe for us, as our board state will consist of token creatures. All right. And then I'm sure you're familiar with the Stormchaser's talent. For one, not only does this create a token creature for us, but will also allow us to continually re-grab seasons from the grave to replay, giving us total lockout. You'll level it up for 4 to return that sorcery or instant back to your hand, at which point you would recast it and return the talent to your hand. The otter token stays, then you replay the talent, get your token back, re-level it up, grab seasons back from the grave, and repeat. Okay, that's very much end game stuff, but what we are building into. And thanks to the addition of red into the deck, we can now hit that end game a little bit earlier on, because we can create treasure tokens and then copy those treasure tokens, which is really nice. So the Scoundrel for 2 mana is a 1/1 with haste, and when it enters the battlefield, you may choose one of the following 3, discard and draw. This is nice if you have an empty hand, but keep in mind, if you have Caretaker's talent in play, there are better ways to draw through the creation of, well, maybe a treasure token or perhaps a Wicked Roll token. When the roll is removed, it will deal 1 damage to our opponent, and while equipped, provide our creature with +1/+1. Both of those are tokens which would trigger the talent whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control. Draw a card. That is very good, right? And of course, we will also utilize the Grabby Giant adventure at instant speed. That's mine. Create a treasure token. For 4 mana, as a 4/3 with reach, we can pay 3 to sacrifice an artifact or land to draw a card. Again, this is just additional value to the deck. We're focused on the treasure token for 2. Copying that treasure token now with 3 blind mice. 3 mana. When it enters, create a 1/1 mouse. Then create a token that's a copy of target token you control, looking at you treasures, and that allows us to hit, the 6 mana much earlier than we typically would. And then finally, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until the end of turn. That's not bad. Again, this is really nice because it creates tokens and then can be bounced back to your hand with Season to be replayed to create even more tokens. It is phenomenal, right? It's like a talent, but on the top end. Very nice. We also have the white talent, as aforementioned, to draw when a token enters. We can pay 1 to copy a token. Again, this is really nice to grab an additional treasure for a following turn. And then finally, for 4 creatures, get +2/+2, which is pretty decent for us. So in conjunction with the talents and the mice, I should say, that's +3 on our creatures, which is really good. But wait, there's more. We also utilize the Virtue of Loyalty. It, for 2 mana at instant speed, will create a 2/2 Knight with Vigilance. And for 5, untap our creatures at the beginning of their end step and apply a +1 counter to each of them, which is really, really good, right? Bouncing the Virtue back is a little feels bad, but you get to create another 2/2 Knight, and that's not bad. If it's what is required to open up the board state, the attack lanes to provide a lethal strike for you, it's just what it is. You're going to end the game anyways, and then it doesn't have to feel bad because you've won. Aside from that, we can also push up the team in its entirety with Teferi, but first we have to flip the New Phyrexia Invasion. 2 mana plus X, creating 2/2 White Knights with Vigilance equal to X. 6 protection. Once flipped, you get a 4 Loyalty Planeswalker with a -2. You get an emblem with Knights you control, get +1/+0, and have Ward 1. Okay, so these are Knights. These are Knights. Good night, opponent. We can also +1 to draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless we've discarded a creature. Not great. And -3, tap any number of untapped creatures you control. When you do, shuffle a non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value X or less into their library, where X was the number of creatures tapped. This isn't bad with Virtue because you untap, right? But typically, Teferi is here for the -2, giving us an emblem, at which point, oh, hello, Season of Weaving, bouncing not only Teferi, but everything back, like we've already talked about, and then you can replay Invasion again for even more Knights. And the token creatures aren't getting reset to your hand, which is phenomenal. The emblem stays. When you reflip Teferi, you're going to get another emblem, so on and so forth. Really cool stuff here for us. Aside from that, we have Intrude on the mind. 5 mana, instant speed, revealing the top 5, putting them into 2 piles. Our opponent chooses a pile to put in our hand, and then we will create an XX Thopter or a 0/0 Thopter with X +1/+1 counters on it for each card put into our graveyard this way, right? So 1 pile into our hand, the other pile into our graveyard, and we get a Thopter equal to the cards in grave, which is great. This is at instant speed as well, which I really like on side of the Virtue token. Both instant speed token generation. This can even give additional value through those cards in your hand, which is really nice. And then, it's just some general interaction for us. Like I said, Season is going to bounce everything on the back end, but we need to survive. And that's going to be 4 copies of Into the Flood, instant speed, returning creature to our opponent's hand. If we gift a tapped fish, it's actually non-land permanent, which is crazy good. We do not mind. And then 3 copies of Get Lost, 2 mana instant speed, destroying enchantment, planeswalker, or creature, and its controller will create 2 map tokens, which isn't terrible either, right? Really good, consistent removal for us. We will have the Mirrex in the deck, the Fountainport in deck that can create tokens, trigger the talent, right? That's quite nice. The Fountainport can make treasures, which is really good for the deck as well. Add fish as well, and a draw. This card is just crazy, so good. And then we have, the quick lands, the turn 1 to 3 lands here for consistency, and then the 4+ lands, the Fabled Passage on the back end, making sure that we can curve out really consistently and smoothly. Very few damage-based lands because we know the meta is very aggro, and we want to get away with that and still remain quite consistent within our mana base. And thankfully, Fabled Passage will allow us to facilitate that, which I'm really grateful for. A few basics for those passages, and well, that's the deck, ghouls and goblins. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this deck tech for Jeskai Token Weaving. Again, focusing around Season of Weaving, bouncing all non-tokens back to the opponent's hand, or owner's hand, I should say. And of course, we have built up a nice board state with tokens that don't get bounced. Cool beans. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, but most importantly, kick back, relax, and enjoy. Let's play some games. Going first, I'm going to keep the land. You know, we can start slow. One island, one plains. Hello. Game. Oh, mono red. Well, not, it's a... Is it, at the very least? Whoops. We're going to hold on to that for a bit. It's a white source. Ah, the Mentor. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's take it. There's no more actions for them. Let's get rid of that Mentor. Hit for 3. Slick shot's just so good, right? 2, 3 pass. More removal. Really not terrible. Let's... Hey, thank you for the support, homie. I appreciate that. Wicked roll? I honestly think so. On the Otter, though. Two extra damage? Yeah. I think so. Keeping tempo, we've got a nice field state. We can return our Get Lost back. Okay, losing our Scoundrel. Also losing our Otter? Oh, you dog. Brutal. Should you have not just hit me with those? That would have been 4 extra damage. Would have hit for 9. Instead of 12. Would have been down to 2. Let's hit for 2 ourselves. Does haste, so we wait. Nice. They gonna token or draw? Token. Hey, it's not bad.
I hope you've got bottled lightning share.
Do they have another spell? Oh, you used your boost too soon.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Otter up. Let's draw. That's brutal. Are we just defending? This is messed up.
Who gets that for that?
I think we should have attacked them or defended. I think it doesn't matter if it dies because they're just going to reach for lethal, right? 3 mana up. They do have to discard 2, but they get to look at 3 is the thing. Just keep the one of the 3 that they really need. And they toss a lightning strike. That's bad. Okay, haste out, prowess out, 2 mana technically up. Another lightning strike. They need to defend. It is. How does he always know? Are we dead? Yes. Good game. Wow, that was close. Good game. I actually like that. I like that. Okie dokie. On the draw. Talent on 1. Maybe talent on 2 as well. We'll see. It's kind of like a control deck, I think, right? So let's make a treasure. I think that could be beneficial. Hit for 2 to 18 and turn. Talent virtue up. Oh, I hate this game. I want the trigger of that again. We're gonna wait. Just so we get the ETB of it again. That's my treasure. I mean, they're gonna do it again, which is a bit brutal. What do you do, though? No, I'll let them take it. And then still main phase this. Well, not main phase, but end step it. Interesting. Was not expecting. They're just baiting it out of me. Which they will get. Grab a plains. Is there a block? Okay. And then we're just going to repeat our last step, right? I know that seems a little weird, but I'm trying to just parse through this in a way that we can walk away with the W or the V. And maybe if we can just hold on to the Flood Maw, then they're just going to hold on to the lockdown. Because we get these these otters back. I bet they have quite an odor to them, though. Well, that's good too. Is there a counterspell here? Yes. But we now know that we can attack without the anchorage blocking us. So there is some upside. Down to 9. Again, you know, it's about getting that health total down. Is there another counterspell? So we lose the 2/2 Knight. And they're tapped out now. 2 Otters. No, because that's a big draw for us. We're already at 6. Let's Wicked roll up. Right? And then I think maybe we can hit for lethal. Well, they've gonna tap us. So that sucks. We're forced to cycle this. Except it auto-tapped me. No! Auto-tapper just boned me so hard. Bro. Bro. I just got dominated by auto-tapper, so now our creatures are going to have summoning sickness. I love this game. I love this game. Okay, here's a talent. We pass over. We have double interaction here. They have 3 cards in hand, 7 life. We're close. That's actually a pretty good card. Good blocker. Deal with this once and for all, so we can quit stepping around it. Good game, homie. That's a hard win for us to get. Okay, let's go first. This is going to be a white source for us on 3 for the talent. Yeah, should be fine. Hello. And the good game. Another control deck here, huh? Haven't seen one of those before. Maybe we can hit this early. I'm worried about a lockdown still. Talent is a go. Mice on top, and we are drawing. This could be a counterspell. No. Okay. It's good to copy the treasure as well, potentially, right? Free up. Oh, wow, we're cooking. You're a white source. Pretty please. May I please search my library for a land? I don't think so. Disconnecting and? Disconnecting and? Kind of want to copy the treasure. It's our best. Take a draw. And I want to leave that there if we can, right? Let's hit for 1. And then if they're going to wipe the tokens, we can use them at instant speed. If they don't, then we use it at sorcery speed. Cool? Cool. Because I'm pretty sure that this turn's going to make us cry. Would have if we didn't, you know, try to play around it a little bit, I think. Maybe it's next turn, who knows? They could just be building into a Sunfall, and I'm about to play into that. This game is fantastic that way, right? Keeps you on your toes. Oh. Right? This is what I'm talking about. What is this? We should have went for it. We should have miced out.
Doesn't take a genius to see something weird going on. Together we can shift the current.
Okay. I might need that white source. Just to kill Raw. All right, let's take our draw. I'm going to have to use a treasure here, I guess. Oh, I'm not. I'm not. We didn't play that land early, trying to get that white source off the top. We end up getting it. Oh, that's good, yeah. And now let's, I think, attack Raw. They're going to block. And then we get the Otter, while simultaneously removing the Planeswalker anyways. Jebaited, you bent. Oh, that's not a prowess creature. What do you mean that's not an Otter? They're the one with the Otter, HGG. My dyslexia knows no bounds. Has been untethered and knows no bounds. My significant Otter. So that was my bad. I mean, we do remove the token, I guess. That's probably beneficial in some way. Right? We're not overexposed here. And these are 3 drops, right? So to take the treasures is kind of weird when I could just, like, sack them all the time. Oh. You were good. I like this. A Jeskai Planeswalker deck? Dude, thanks for having fun.
Never go it alone.
Make a treasure draw. This is quite good, even just to thin the library, but do we need to play slow here instead, maybe? We want to have as many creatures out for next turn as possible, without exposing ourselves to a field wipe, which we definitely will be. We have 9 mana, 10. Do we play this for 2? I think you do. 5 up. What's thin? Blue source. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equals 2. No attack. And turn. I don't know, maybe. Kind of weird. Discretion is advised. Viewer discretion. If we traumatize you, it's not our fault. I wonder what year they started putting that on. Right? It must have been because of a lawsuit for sure. Or Shizzy. A lot of land over there. Stop discovering. Wait, it's a planeswalker. Nice. It's really good. The tokens are really good against our deck. I don't know if they know this or not. You're not supposed to have tokens, opponent. What the heck? No. No. Don't you dare. Don't you do it. They've done it. They went ahead and did it. Do you have counter magic too, Billy? I want to see how much of a Chad they truly are. Omega Chad? It looks like it. We're on the stack, which is not good. Why didn't it just slide through? Give me my best card or, you know, or don't. Choice is yours, homie. The alternative's not good. They say I'm going to deal with the alternative. I mean, we get lost. Deals with 1, I guess. 1's better than 2. Yeah. You're going to Helix that? That's what you're doing with your life? Okay. Both of these go. It is what it is. Get blasted. Version 1. Get blasted version 2. That's good. Token can break off Randy. We're going to try to let them explore on it first, though. Four cards in hand, and you know they're gonna have more of these walkers is the problem. We've seen 2 Rawls, an Elspeth, a Cond. Cond's the problem. Cond gets them both. Bye. See you later. They're like, well, I could maybe try to counter it, but then what? And I do it again. No exploring. The draw is fine. Them tapping out kind of makes the explore not so bad. Oh, that's good. Do they have a field wipe? Them exploring through their deck could be quite bad for us. They're tapped. Well, they've got... Yeah, we should still do it now. 6. The draw is always appreciated. Three in hand. Whew, that's good. And that is good. Reef out. Let's push up the team. It's worth it. Take a draw via the Wicked Roll token. They don't like that. I guess I could have made a treasure. Oh. No draw for me. Let's attempt to flip Teferi. That has to, like, tempt them into removal on that, right? That fish is tapped. Oh, it's not tapped? Whoops. Okay. No Teferi flip. I thought the fish came in tapped. Oh, you pay life for it. That's it. No problem. Field wipes would suck. But we could season back the invasions and just kind of restart, right? Yes. Yes. I almost wouldn't mind them doing it so we could showcase that. I mean, I actually don't really want them to have a 7/7 incubate token. That's maybe not not great. You're just gonna draw. Looking for the cards that you need. Okay. Discover into a temporary lockdown. No, soul partition. On token? I don't know. Dang. Probably a token, right? It's a token eater. Get Toucan Sound. I find that to be appropriate. 2 life! Illegal. Get you in play. Oh, where you going? We've so much value in hand. Being able to send these back and then recast them is redonkulous. Opponent goes first. Let's keep 7. Blue source on 1 with the passage. Looking more like a turn 3 to me. Top deck land allows us to curve out unexpectedly. Right? 1, 2, 2, 3. I don't mind this 1 damage. I don't care. Fabled Passage next turn. Virtue or get lost here, most likely. They're thinking about it. Nobody likes untapped mana. You know, blue, red, bad enough. Add white to the equation. Right? Is it No More Lies? Lightning Helix? Don't worry, I don't run either. No problem. Do as thou wilt. If for one, don't care. Let's play our Virtue. They take Get Lost. Top deck land, nice. Beautiful, mate. That's beautiful. Let's hit for 2. 2 damage for you. 3 blind mice. Okay. Life Gain's a hard matchup. But, we persevere. Oh, the tokens is really hard for us. Okay, they are kind of bricking, which is nice. We're building into the correct spells. Let's grab a white source here. Hit for 3. Now we're going to bounce the bat and kill the Convocation. Okay. Was it a land? Bounce the bat. Kill the enchantment. There's no bat being made. Just the life and scry. We've been able to curve out just so nicely. Making tokens, no problem. We don't even need to use this. This, hit for 5. 11 next turn. Really consistent mana base within the deck thanks to the treasures that are here for us if we ever need. Oh my gosh. We bounce both their blockers with the seasons because we hit 6 land here. And then let's just talk about the curve, right? I know they bricked and that's not ideal, but we're playing our 6 land here. We have seasons to hit with 15 damage, right? Because these get bounced. We get to make another 4/4 as well, which I guess we don't even need to. Virtue comes back, and we get to replay that for another 2/2. Bouncing, that's not great, but at the end of the day, if it's opening up lethal, just take it. Great game. Well, alrighty then. Jeskai Token Weaving certainly looks like a fun deck, HGG. I'm going to say that it folds to Temporary Lockdown, but you've proven me wrong with a match. They must have played it, what, 2-3 times against you, and you still got away with it. So, you know, it's interesting that we were able to overcome that, as I would typically say that's this deck's biggest flaw. Sunfall, going to be an option as well for our opponent. You know, not great. We can instant speed tokens to continue the attack. Flood Maw easily bounces their token. But it's a good card, right? So maybe 3 steps ahead gets added to the deck. The counter magic wouldn't be bad. You know, it's just so commonplace at this point. I wanted to try, you know, another card that really does fit in the deck nicely. You know, I understand it's facilitating the same need as 3 steps minus the counter spell. And that should just show you how powerful 3 steps is. And, you know, if you wanted to drop Intrude for 3 steps, fine. And now you can counter Sunfall. You still have the draw. You still can make a token if you already have one, but, you know, that's fine. I like how the Thopter has flying. That's pretty cool. You know, maybe we find somewhere else to put 3 steps ahead, because I do think that we probably should have it let's be honest, Sunfall would dominate us. You know, it's not like a lockdown where we can just maw it, we can get lost it, re-accumulate our value on their end step. So probably something we should consider. Aside from that, no green screen in the video intro. What do you think? Do you care even? Or are you like, well, it's actually faster, I don't mind? Or, oh no, it's far less professional, HCG. You look like all the other creators now. It's washed. I can hang it back up. That would be some work, as I'm not really located in a similar spot anymore. Maybe I just like spice up this frame a bit more and we do the intros like this. Like in a big frame where, you know, I don't even know what it would look like right now. I'm scared to go there. It would probably mess up the video. But maybe the same scene with the intro like we used to. Because I used to have like that magic symbol with the fiery background, right? And like the deck name would come up and I'd be like, yeah, no, here's what we're talking about while the highlight played in the corner. You know, maybe we still add that. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing part of me, you know, as a creator who's done that same routine so many times. Now to just abruptly stop it because I moved my studio around, don't have the green screen. It's like, ah, my heart is breaking. So I need your opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Is it good? Don't care. HCG is like, no. Get me that green screen, dude. I crave it. I feel like I'm having green screen cravings here. I don't know. I'm codependent on my green screen. What's going on? That's how I feel, right? So hit me up. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an absolute magical day, and I'll see you soon in the next